Hi guys, how's it going? You're joining me from my car today on my lunch. I wanted to just talk about something really different today. This light is really annoying, so if you can't see me properly, I'm sorry. But it's been about 5 years since I started telling people that I date guys. And that, I just thought about it the other day, like 5 years. Wow, it's gone like insanely quick, but also just how much my life has changed. For years, like I didn't want a coming out moment. Like, so I never wanted to be like, I never wanted to sit down everyone and be like, okay, I'm coming out. You know, I never wanted that, like, you know, the moment you see in films and stuff. And I did not want that. And in my head, I was like, oh, I'll just tell people that I'm dating this guy one day when I meet someone. And I'll just be like, oh, that's what's happening. And there'll be no big deal, no questions asked. It'll just be that's what's happening. I think that was to protect myself from kind of that conversation. Just because there was, I think as much as I knew everyone would be supportive, I just really didn't want to have it. I think one, I kind of felt so many different things. I felt frustrated that I had to have it. One, you know, like I'm frustrated. Like, why do I have to go through this experience? And then I think there was also a bit of fear as well about reactions. But I didn't think that at the time. But on reflection, like that was a reason why, as well. And then it was a space of a year. Like I only started telling some friends I was dating guys at that time, and then it was just before like 2020, and even when we went into COVID, it still was over that whole year that I was like dripping it and drip feeding it, and then I was seeing someone, so then that helped the situation. And I do think if I hadn't started seeing someone, it probably would have been delayed even longer. And I think the thing is, like, in my head I was like, this is just how it is, like it's fine, it feels like it's my own little secret in a way. And like in my head, I was just like, that is the situation. But now, obviously, so much time has passed. I'm such a different person to who I was 5 years ago. I think I've realised now, at the time, me going like, I'm fine. Like, yeah, like, it's fine. Like, it's completely fine. Me keeping how I truly feel to myself and not telling my closest loved ones. Yeah, I'm doing this because this is in the way, but like, yeah, it's completely fine. But I'm gonna move this just in case someone's like walking past. But it obviously wasn't fine. Like I think I've realized now how much of a toll that took on me, and why I couldn't be my true self then. You know, even though I was like, I'm not keeping a secret, I've just not said yet. I kept something from most people that I know, anticipating that this one thing's going to happen one day. And yeah, I don't think I realised the impact that had on me for 20 something years of my life. And the anxiety that caused, the sort of fight or flight, the avoidance of conversations, that not wanting to be in certain conversations, not wanting to form an opinion on something because it might seem a certain way. And I just wasn't ready for it. I just wasn't ready for any of it. I wasn't ready for that conversation. And it just got me thinking a lot, like, since, like, I've heard, like, so many stories, you know, you hear these things like, you know, it's 2024, like, whatever, like, everyone should be fine. I even heard this years ago, like, it's completely fine if you're gay, John, or whatever, like, it's completely fine. But then that wouldn't help the situation. Like, it just wouldn't want me to go like, oh yeah, you cracked the code then. Like, I just wasn't ready either because of the world. And I think there's that thing, isn't there, of, oh, this is really bright, but I think there's that thing of like, yeah, it is 2024, yeah, and it's, you know, it was 2019. But if you look at the world around you, like, just look at what's happened in America, and if you look at the culture wars and everything, like, it is a scary place as well, you know. But the point of this video was one, me thinking about it, so I was like, oh, it'd be great to talk about it, but also because I've never really spoken about it on my YouTube before, but also just the thought of like, it's completely fine. Like, no, sorry, it's because I've heard some people since be like, obviously they can't tell their families yet, they don't feel comfortable to tell their families. They're about my age, you know, late 20s, and I know guys who are, I mean, I've met guys who are like married and are gay, like, to women, and I've met, you know, older men who have still not come out but date guys at the same time. And you know, there's so many guys I've met. I think I've met more guys in my like dating life, when I was dating and sort of hookup life, but in all of those experiences, I've met more guys who are in the maybe like nearly half probably not properly open with who they are. I think there's a lot, like, so it's not as got far as you think it is. And I guess I'm still uncovering sort of the reasons why. I mean, why it took so long for me, but also it takes longer for other people. And I think the reason for this video is for just, if anyone's not out, this is 5 years of me, 4 years maybe after everyone knew, and my life got significantly better. Like, significantly better. My life has completely changed since I'm completely who I am. Not even just my life around me, the way I see the world, the way I communicate, the way I think, my work life, my thoughts, my views. Like, I feel completely and utterly myself. Like, I don't realize how much of a burden it is to have to hide something, even if I'm not consciously hiding it, for so long in my life, because that's not the default, is it? The default's not queer. The default's, you know, straight. So it's sort of like, it's a frustrating sort of way, in a way, isn't it? Because it's like, why is that? Why is that the default? And then everything else is different. So then why does this trauma have to happen of like having to hide something and reveal something that is just the truth anyway, and what was everyone else's truth? So I think there's frustration there, but also I'm glad it happened because it made me who I am in a way. But I'm significantly happier now. I don't have to question what I say, what I do, what I think, what conversations I can be in. I feel confident in all spaces because I'm like, this is me. Like, even if it's like a non-queer conversation, I know who I am, so I can be like, yeah, but I think this, so no. Like, do you know what I mean? Whereas before I felt like I couldn't because it would reveal something. But yeah, my friendships, my relationship, my life is just completely better since I've been unashamedly, that's not a word, but me. So 5 years on, I'm in a good place. But also at the same time, like, it's very you thing. Like, if you are not figuring out where you are, because for me, I was always like, I don't know where I fit on this 100%, because like I didn't feel 100% anything. So I like just like queer still, but you know, when I was like telling people gay or bi has a lot of like even more confusion, and then like I think, are you really bi or are you gay? There's all of that, like, but I just like queer, so that's fine. But yeah, like being gay, being queer, being whatever, your life will be significantly better when you get there. But also there's no rush, just get there when you get there. And I hope that people react well. Not everyone reacted how I wanted them to react. Some people said things that, you know, wasn't horrific but wasn't ideal, and was some non-positive conversations, but it all quickly resolved because everyone loves me in my life and I love them. So yeah, there's never been a problem since. And it's nice not have to carry around that. I don't think you realise for how long sort of how that affects you, like not being fully who you are. This has rambled on for so long, but yeah, I just wanted to celebrate my own little 5-year coming out anniversary in a way of when I started being brave to tell people. And yeah, for my queer followers or anyone who's new to discovering my channel, hi, it'll be okay. Bye.